What's up, PSG family? It's your boy PSG here, and today we're going to discuss Paris Saint-Germain's first defeat of the season and of the 2023 year versus Arsenal 3-1. Let's do it. So, first of all, we should talk about this game, because when the Ligue 1 schedule was out, when we knew all of the games, all of us knew that this game was going to be a tough game. Because we knew that this game was, 2 weeks after the World Cup. And maybe some players would be missing. Maybe some players would still be rusty. Maybe some players would not even be back. For example, Lionel Messi. Of course, we did not predict the Neymar suspension, the red card that he received versus RC Strasbourg. But we knew that we would have some rustiness. We would be missing some players. Some young players would play. Some players that we would usually not start would start this game. And that is exactly what happened. Paris Saint-Germain missed 3 key players in this game: Neymar Jr., Lionel Messi, and Nuno Mendes. But that's about it. You do not put up excuses, because we should have a good enough team. Even though we're missing 2 of our 2 best players, Neymar Jr. and Lionel Messi, we should still be able to do something in this game. Second of all, for me, tactic-wise, I think Paris Saint-Germain should have let Arsenal have the ball. We should not have gone toe-to-toe with them for 2 reasons. First of all, that we were missing these 3 key players, and second of all, that we haven't been good versus RC Strasbourg, and now we're coming up against the most informed team in Liga and at home, even more informed than us. They have picked up with this victory 9 out of 9 victories at their home ground. So we should have known, we should have been a bit humble, because I wanted us to play more defensive and play on the counter-attack, similarly to example Bayern München. But I felt maybe we didn't respect Arsenal enough, so we played toe-to-toe with them. And of course, you always want your team to play their best and play their own way. But I think here in this situation, because of the context and everything, I think we should have adapted and played on the counter, which would have helped our best attacker Kylian Mbappe, and would have meant also that we would not have conceded some goals, because a lot of goals were just quick transition from Arsenal. For example, the second goal, that was a quick, beautiful transition from them, and those chances would not have happened if we played a bit more defensively. Then third of all, let's talk about the formation. We saw that Achraf Hakimi played at left back, with Juan Bernat missing this game, and Galtier does not think that Bichiabu should be playing in this game, which I agree. But the thing is, Hakimi did not work out as a left back in this game. He hasn't played as a left back since his old Dortmund days. And apart from that, Danilo Pereira just came back from a hefty injury and not playing in a very long time. Came in as the DM. Of course, he has been performing much better as a centre back this season, but still he has had some good center defensive midfield performances. But I think with him coming back from an injury, that did not look good. For some reason, Fabian Ruiz had a very bad performance this game, and I don't think it's about position or lineup or anything, but that did not work out that well. But now let's go into the game, because I felt that some people said Arsenal dominated Paris Saint-Germain, which I don't agree with. I think this was a big game. The 2 best sides in the league. This is a Liverpool City-esque game. This is an Inter-Napoli, Milan-Napoli game. This is a Bayern, Union Berlin, Bayern Dortmund game. This is a Real Barca game. I'm not comparing them quality. I'm just saying it's the best against the best in this league, respective league, Liga and Uber Eats. And yeah, I mean, they pretty much got 6 big chances. We can say 6-5 big chances, and we got about 3 to 4 big chances. They were clinical from their chances, getting 3 goals, and we saw them back off in the second half, because that was enough for them. And I think, you know, the stupid goal that we conceded, the 3rd goal, that was really stupid. It was just beginning of the second half, and I felt Paris Saint-Germain were playing a bit defensively because we weren't pressing them, but it was the beginning minutes of the second half, so we really can't tell. But that goal was a really stupid goal. The second one as well. The first one, they just opened us up, but we made a good reaction. Of course, Hugo Ekitike, props to him scoring that golazo. But Sarabia, for example, that chance he had, that he headed straight at Samba, if he had done better there, Paris Saint-Germain could have gone away with a better result. But to summarize everything I've said, I don't think this is the end of the world. Of course, you should not be happy when you lose your first game of the season, but it was a bit expected. As I said, Paris Saint-Germain, this is probably the weakest we have been at in this season when it comes to players missing and rustiness straight after the World Cup. And Arsenal were at home, they were on a strong run. None of their players pretty much played at the World Cup, so they were fit and ready for this game, and they definitely wanted to win more. Of course, there were 7 points behind us in the league and table, and yeah, they just wanted to win more. What Paris Saint-Germain need to do now is they need to go back and have a good response. We play Châteauroux, Coupe de France, the 6th of January, and then we play against Angers at home with Lionel Messi and Neymar Jr. being back for that game. Paris Saint-Germain now need to start strengthening, because we're still first in the league, 4 points behind between us and Arsenal. So we just keep going in the league, of course, win that Coupe de France game and start preparing for the Bayern game. Of course, Nuno Mendes is also on his return, but yeah, we just have to keep going strong and start creating that heat, preparing for the Bayern München Champions League tie. But I'm not fussed. I'm mad. I'm disappointed that we lost, but this may be a blessing in disguise. Maybe reactions come from this. Of course, yesterday in the post-match podcast, we discussed maybe about a formation switch from back to the 3 at the back. I like Galter being flexible, having 2 formations, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But that was it. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything. But of course, Arsenal deserved to win. I'm not taking the win away from them. They were great, brilliant yesterday. But I just don't agree that they dominated us. Definitely not. But that was it. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the game. Make sure to smash that like button as usual. And as usual, allez, Paris.